One last quick example, guys. This was a trade I was thinking about making because I'm like, you know what, the PS5s are going to be coming out, whatever, but because things are going more digital and there's not going to be as many physical games out there, I don't know if I want to do it. Should have done it. I mean, in hindsight, yeah, but this would have been also in 6 months. Didn't take it, but again, just shows the power of stocks and the wealth that can be generated.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Adam. You're watching Steady Invest, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the craziness that's happening in the stock market right now with Reddit and Wall Street Bets, GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond, Dogecoin, amongst others. So definitely crazy times in the market. Give my 2 cents, my opinion. Before I do, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. It helps my videos get out there. As well, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hit that subscribe button. And if you're in Canada and want to start trading with Wealthsimple or Questrade, use my links below and we'll both get free money. Now, yeah, so crazy times in the market right now. So we have investing, which is long-term, based on fundamentals, future cash flows, dividends, and we have trading, which for all intents and purposes are price action and volume. And you can have also other technical indicators as well, but it's mainly those two things that drive trading. It's better done without emotion, because when you're trading on emotion, you tend to make very bad decisions, especially if you don't have a plan or a strategy beforehand. You don't know what prices you're going to get in or out. Now, when it comes to the story of it, we have big institutions that are unfairly pushing stock prices down of certain companies, and then you have Reddit saying, hey, wait a minute, they're shorting 100 and about 40% of the float. How that's even possible, I don't even know. Let's stick it to them. Let's push this price up. Let's get everyone together and squeeze these shorts. And that's totally fair in my opinion. If they're willing to take that kind of risk and short a stock without covering their bases and they get burned on it, so be it. Let the free market decide what happens to them. If you or I or anyone were to take a certain risk in a company and it didn't work out, we would lose money, and you'd have to understand that that was a risk that you took before taking that trade, and it might work, it might not. Let the market decide for itself. Now, the main part of this video isn't to say who's right, who's wrong. We have as well Robinhood who shut everything down. Was it right for them to do it? They had their own reasons to. I mean, optically it looks really bad, but it is what it is. Everyone can have their own opinion. I'm not really going to discuss it in this video very much. So sticking to that story aspect for a second, we have Chamath, Elon Musk, Kevin O'Leary, other political figures. They're all saying what the little guy is doing is totally legitimate. We're, being fully transparent. Everything's out there. And then you have the shadiness of the big institutions. Then you have economists, those same institutions, some CNBC analysts all claiming that what Reddit is doing right now is a way of, just screwing out the stock market and making it not a responsible way to trade and all that. So my opinion, let the free markets decide. But I know that might not necessarily be the reality of things because the rich control so much. So you have to know that you're playing with fire as a Redditor, in the sense that if you're investing in these companies, there is tremendous risk because you're pissing off the big guys here. And that doesn't usually bode well just because of how much power they have. Whether that's fair or not fair, again, a different story or another topic completely. I'm not here to make that argument. I want to focus on the actual trading side of it. Now, that story, in my opinion, is all noise. I'm not saying, again, it's not a true story. I'm not trying to disregard people that have suffered because of these institutions. All valid. But again, from a trading standpoint, that story is noise for your trading. All it will do is elicit an emotional response. And you see people online saying, hold to 1,000, hold to this number, don't sell a share. But what does that person know about your trading strategy? They don't know you. They don't know your goals or your portfolio or anything. They're just saying whatever because that's the trend. That's what everyone else is doing, or because they own they own stock, and if you sell, that will cause their share price to. This is every man for themselves. This is every trader for themselves. This is not trading is not a group thing or a group. This is you trade for yourself. And GameStop this week had an intraday high of just under $500. So someone out there bought at that peak, and someone is holding those shares at those prices, and it's It's absolutely nuts. And there's plenty of people that have lost thousands of dollars buying it that high. Now, are they going to make back their money and more? That remains to be seen. But right now they're down big. And unpopular opinion, but this is a glorified pump and dump. Glorified in the sense that it has a story, a noble story behind it. No arguments there again, but nonetheless, that glorified portion of it, that story part of it, will cause people to trade irrationally and wrong. And when you trade on emotion, you will make mistakes. And the issue with all of this, or a lot of this, is that a lot of these people that are in GameStop or AMC or any of these stocks are brand new to the market. I'm talking like this is their first trade they're ever making kind of thing. Like, I haven't been in the market for very long, and I've learned the hard way, as every trader does when they're getting in the markets for the first time. And the most important thing is that that trader doesn't scale too hard too fast. And you have people, showing off the ridiculous gains of how many millions, and it excites people that why would I work a regular job when I can just put my money in these stocks that are doubling and tripling every day, disregarding any of the downside at all. And that's really what's scary right now with the current state of the stock market, is that euphoria is at an all-time high, and things have been going up and up and up, and that's not necessarily a bad sign. But with everything grouped together, and the arrogance in the market, the ignorance in the market, the confidence that isn't necessarily justified, like this stock is going to hit this price by this date, like how do you know? Like, that's not how the stock market is supposed to work. Now, it may be working right now, and there's lots of money to be made in the meantime, but just make sure you're not making bad habits again, especially if you're a newer trader, like brand new, because it's very, very easy to get burned your first time. Trust me, I know this. I actually, one of my first trades, the one that I really got burned, that's probably my worst trade, was one of my first ones, was on Baytex Corporation. It's this Canadian oil company, and I made up some kind of random bull thesis about it, how I'd hold it for how many years and whatever. So I put a significant amount of money in it. I think it was about 10,000 Canadian dollars. Just, I'm going to hold this for how long, and it's going to hit this price. It was a penny stock, and I'm like, why not? It'll be so easy for it to double, to go from 40 cents to 80 cents to $2. That's where it was a few years ago, and whatever, right? And within a few days, I was down about 25%, so $2,500, brand new to the market, and I panic sold, of course, right? And you see your livelihood going down that fast, and you start questioning yourself, am I made for this? Is this whatever? And luckily, I stuck through it and all that, but a lot of people, they don't, and then they hate the stock market, and they don't like it. So again, just be careful if you are a newer trader. Another thing that needs to be understood is that the market cap of GameStop from the summer was under $500 million. And now the market cap is like $20 billion or something ridiculous. And like that amount of money, was injected into the stock since the summertime. And over the past few weeks, it's probably like, I don't know the numbers exactly, but at least $15 billion, in my opinion, would have just entered the stock over the last week and a half or so. And like, that's an absurd amount of money. Now, people think that it's Reddit that's moving the stock, and that's true and not true in a way. So it's not true financially in the sense that many retail traders don't have that amount of money. Like, we need to understand how much money $1 billion is. And like Elon Musk, who's the richest man in the world, has like $200 billion. Like Jeff Bezos is somewhere nearby, and Bill Gates and whatever. Like, they have billions of dollars, yes. But retail traders collectively, like, maybe, I don't think so, like, they're not moving the stock. It's big money. Now, Reddit's moving the stock in the sense that the idea and the following and like big money has followed Reddit into these stocks. And that's the amazing thing. That's powerful. That's like a whole different topic. Like, what moves the market now is like before. Anyway, that's something else. And here's another theory for you. Maybe it's someone right beneath our noses that's actually pumping the stock. Probably not, but that's just a funny theory to think of. Pump and dumps have existed for years, generations. They're going to continue to exist, and eventually the hype will die down on AMC and on GME. The stocks, I think, will eventually crash. Time will tell. And then there's just going to be the next big stock and the next thing you have to invest in or that you have to trade and get in on before it's too late. So don't get caught with your pants down. Don't get caught like a deer in headlights, and just learn from the situation. We're all going to learn something from this market that we're in right now. So, and as a side note as well, I think more than ever, it's so important to be liquid, to have liquid assets in case you need to sell to get cash quickly for whatever reason, whatever opportunity comes your way that you're ready for it. Anyways, that's the end of my video. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please like the video. It helps my videos get out there. As well, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments below if you're in any of these companies, if you're trading them, if you agree or disagree with my opinion, and I'll see you guys in the next video.